Through chopstick walrus tusks. Dvorth?
What's up? You're watching HIVEMIND, the most therapeutic show on the internet. My name is Riley, with my flashy co-host, Graydon.
I'm not gonna do it.
And today we're joined by a very special guest, Therapy Gecko.
Hello, it is an honor to be here in your guys' presence. It is an honor to be here in the beautiful city of Detroit. It is an honor to be here in this yellow room. It's calming. It's half of what I am, the other half being blue. If you combine those two colors, it makes green.
Jeez, I didn't know you were so intense in real life.
And today is another day on our quest to find the best tweet of all time. This is
The best tweets of all time tier list.
a little delay on yours,
Yeah,
just
a
a
little
little bit
slow.
behind. So we went on Twitter and we asked you guys what the best tweets of all time are. We're gonna rank your responses tier list style S to F.
Easy enough?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, before you do it, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, HIVEMINDTV.com for our merch. We also have a drop over on Cope's website. It's on the screen, it's linked in description, along with our Patreon and our Cameo if you'd like to support us, or click the join button here on YouTube and become a member.
Thank you, members.
All right, shall we look at some tweets? You said you don't go on Twitter. You try to stay off of Twitter.
I don't like everyone on Twitter seems upset. I like Facebook better because Facebook everyone's just wishing each other happy birthday and playing little games with each other and
That's
stuff.
true.
There's no Twitter needs a Farmville of some kind just to
Oh, yeah.
like there's no games or anything. It's all just who's you gets more likes.
Who's who?
And that's the game.
Well, this will be like microdosing Twitter for you then.
First tweet.
We've got...
So apparently, it's still a DUI, even if you're the birthday boy.
From Carter Hambly.
What? Yeah, I mean, why would it being your birthday excuse you from a DUI?
That's a good point, a valid point.
I think it's worth bringing up to the officer. That's what I would say. Like at least that gives him some rationale of where you're coming from. Like, listen, I'm the birthday boy. Like, I had to.
This guy's crazy. Why would he even begin to think that would excuse something like driving under the influence?
I think there's one birthday it could slide for. If it's like your legal drinking age birthday in whichever country you may be.
Yeah.
You know, if it's your 21st and you're in the US, let it slide.
I think that's worse than if you're like 50, because then you've got a lot of years under your belt.
A lot of experience.
Like buzzed driving or drunk driving. Not saying it's a good idea or anything, but you're probably better at it when you're 50 than when you're 21.
This guy also, he looks like Otacon from Metal Gear Solid.
That game rocks.
Yeah, which is surprising because he doesn't even leave the house. So I don't know how he would even get a DUI because he's just on his computer all the time.
Yeah.
This guy, I feel like this guy would get a DWC, driving while on the computer.
Is that...
That's every time I drive.
Yeah, it's texting and driving.
Texting and driving.
Yeah. Driving while on the little computer that you keep in your pocket.
I like this. I don't love it, and I hate drinking. So
Since when do you hate drinking?
today.
Okay,
I quit today. It's been 8 hours since I had my last drink. Thank you. I'm feeling like a C.
I would say like a B or a C, you know?
Sure, I'll give it a C. I'm not good at rating things.
It's not that
That's all right.
hard,
it's
Lyle.
more about like the conversation about it. Ranking is like
Okay.
You know.
I see. I've never had in my life strong opinions.
Really?
Yeah, because new information is always being fed to me.
Yeah.
That changes my opinion on things.
The second you have an opinion, it gets proven wrong.
No, but this is definitely a C.
There you go. There you
We
go.
love that.
That's good. On to number 2.
From Shen the Bird, me, wondering if she can tell I lied about my job. The woman cutting my hair. Ocean King sounds stressful. Me, it can be.
Oh, okay. He lied. It takes me a second.
Right.
Yeah.
He lied and said he was the Ocean King.
Yep.
As a job, his occupation is the Ocean King. I just like the way it leads into it, though. It's like wondering if she can tell I lied about my job. In my head, I'm like, oh, lawyer, doctor, something that makes a lot of money. To the person cutting your hair. She's cutting his hair, going, Ocean King sounds stressful. He's like, it can be.
I was saying before we were talking, I take things at face value that people tell me. So I empathize heavily with the barber in this story, because if I were cutting somebody's hair and they told me that they were the Ocean King, that's exactly what I would say.
That sounds stressful.
Because it sounds very stressful.
Yeah.
Do you know the idea of having like a king, like you're a king and you always, this is the song Viva La Vida.
Oh yeah, Coldplay.
The sword above, it's something about a sword above hanging over your head.
Yeah.
I like the Ocean King. It's a sword fish. Hanging above your head.
Yes.
And there's always there's the stress of
the
swordfish, slicing off your head if you make the wrong decision about ocean policy.
The thing about the Ocean King, though, that you have to think about is like king of the ocean. That's a lot. That's like more like usually you're a king of a country that's like a little population, whatever. Like the king of the ocean is more stressful than any land king that we have because you're commanding so many creatures.
That's true.
Are there more creatures in the ocean than on the land?
I think we can only assume that because we've only discovered about 20% of the ocean.
The more and more we talk about it, the more it's sounding like a real job.
Yeah, we should have an Ocean King.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't there something comparable to it? Like,
there's the song Ocean Man.
Ocean Man. That's a great
Ocean
song.
Man,
Take me by the hand, lead me to the land.
Yeah.
You're a big Ween head?
I love Ween.
Yeah, Ween. You seem like somebody who would like Ween, actually. Yeah.
I'm
You're giving me
a
Ween fan
guy.
vibes.
I'm a Ween guy.
Grant, do you have the numbers?
I just read an article that was there are so many more animals in the ocean.
Wait, you actually looked it up?
That's what he does.
Yeah, he's our guy.
Okay, so look, here's this. I don't know if this tweet is intended to be satirical or if it's pointing out the truth that being the Ocean King is very stressful. It's more stressful than maybe being like the president.
Yeah. So let's take it at face value.
Yeah.
And give it an A.
I give it an A.
An A, yeah.
On to the third.
Me. Wow, I am so hungry. Horse, nervously. How hungry?
This one got sent in a lot.
It's simple, but it's good. It's just like a dad joke.
Yeah.
You know? So hungry I could eat a horse.
There's
you know?
a lot. Where do you think this takes place? Why is this person talking to a horse?
Well, a lot of people talk to horses.
Yeah.
But the horse is talking back.
Right. Mr. Ed is a talking horse. I'm pretty sure there's a talking horse in Madagascar, if you count zebras as a horse.
BoJack Horseman.
Oh, yeah?
I'm trying to think.
Trying to think if this is funny or not.
No, I'm trying to paint the situation as to.
Oh, that's a type of horse, a paint. Good job.
Is that a type of horse?
Yeah, it's a two-toned horse.
Dude,
A horse with
you
two
know
colors.
a lot about different things.
Thank you.
How do you know so much?
I've lived a long life. I soak it up. Yeah.
You know about mines. You know about horses. You know
Keep going,
about,
baby. Stroke that ego.
You know about music and stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably actually one of his weaker points. He knows way more about
Right.
animals than he does about music.
For sure.
Wow.
If only animals made music.
Whales.
Horse jazz.
Loons. Wait, loon jazz.
Loon jazz is fucking fire.
Loon jazz. Have you ever heard loon jazz?
Here's the thing: is the horse, if they wanted to, could fend off a human that wanted to eat them.
Not historically.
Well, that's why I'm trying to figure out is where, because if this takes place in just like a white room, whereas I imagine that most of these tweets take place, there's a person and a horse, and if they were to fight, bare-fisted,
Horse wins.
and horse wins.
Yeah,
Yes.
most of the time.
Hands down. So I don't know why this horse is so nervous. Unless if this person has like a gun or something.
Knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a big-ass person.
That's what I would tell the horse to calm it down.
Don't be so nervous,
Don't be
pal.
so nervous. You can defend yourself against this human.
Unless it's a French person.
Why is that?
They eat horses.
Horse meat.
Yeah.
Horse meat. Yeah, well, of course, like I would eat the fuck out of like if lion meat was presented to me, I would eat it, but I couldn't fight a lion.
True. So, like, where's the ethical balance there? Is it like you'll only eat something that you are stronger than to like
No,
maintain
I don't know
the food chain?
I don't know if this is about like ethics. I think it's more like just I don't know why this horse is so scared. It's like it's like a bee.
Yeah.
Right, like I used to be afraid of bees.
Yeah, and then
but in reality, I'm bigger than the bee.
Way more.
And that's what I would say to this horse is that it's more and more I'm thinking this horse has nothing to worry about.
You really can't turn off the whole therapy thing, can you? You're like worried
You're trying to
about
help
the
the
nervous
horse.
I see, look, I see a creature in need.
Yeah.
I give this one a D.
Okay. Yeah, we can give it a D.
That's kind
Yeah.
of what I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
This one's from Will Sennett. I would strike Timothy Chalamet out on 3 pitches. Slider outside, he feels like he's drowning. Curveball in the dirt, of course he's chasing it. Ladybird sucked, kill yourself. And bang, 97 inside corner. You're out. You were always out. You've been out since the day you were born.
Are these all Timothy Chalamet movies?
Just Ladybird.
Just Ladybird.
Just okay, because I thought that was the like slider and curveball aren't.
Those are types of pitches.
Yeah.
Well, I like the idea behind this because it's like, no matter how good somebody is at something, they can get their ass kicked in a different thing.
Michael Jordan couldn't hit the curveball.
Like, I know for a fact I could beat Obama in Super Smash Brothers.
Well, does he have like a presidential expansion pack? Maybe he gets to use drones.
I think he's probably not that good.
Right.
He could. I bet
Who
he
would be his main? Who do you think his main is?
Roy.
See, I'm thinking he's Pikachu.
You think he's a Pikachu, man?
I
What
think
about
that
you?
makes a lot of sense for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I love this one. This might
Yeah.
be my favorite one.
What do you
Yeah.
tell me what you like about it?
I love that it's just like someone going at Timothée Chalamet in a situation that's outside of his expertise.
Right, yeah, and that's it's an interesting thing to watch.
You know, Timothée Chalamet is the darling of Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
He is the fawn of many ladies and boys and people of all kinds. He's very beautiful. He's super sexy. And he's a good actor. But if you put him at the plate and you got a package that involves a slider and a curveball and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball that you can hang in the inside corner, acting ain't gonna save your ass now.
I like that.
And bragging about the ability to do this.
Yes.
Is just fantastic.
It's awesome.
With especially knowing this much enough about baseball to say it all this way is awesome.
It's an S for me.
You was always out. You've been out since the day.
There was a typo, yeah.
Well, the typo makes this better because you can tell it was like it was no, because you can tell it was written with all of the emotion inside of it. No proofreading needed.
No.
I like that. I like that because a lot of these tweets seem like they were multiple.
Formulaic.
This was the first draft of this tweet, and that's emotionally inspiring. To me.
Yeah. S on it, yeah.
I'll give it a B.
All right, next one.
This is an ambulance outside of a Five Guys. And it says, and then there were 4.
Oh, and what is et? This is not in the U.S. Where is
No,
this at?
this must be in France or Frites that's what we think that. I don't know. Is
what-
it French frites?
French Reeds.
Grant, can you type et into Google Translate and see what language it detects?
It's French. It's gotta be.
Do hamburgers et frites?
This is probably Korea.
It's probably Korea.
Well, look at those letters in the back.
Yeah.
Playa.
That means beach.
That means beach. And then I don't know, the rest of this stuff is like from fucking Lord of the Rings.
But it still says ambulance and paramedic in English on the side of the thing. So it must be Montreal.
That's what I'm thinking. It could be Quebec.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, and then there were 4. Oh, because one of the guys died.
Yeah.
We can't assume that.
That's what I'm saying. I've had the ambulance called to my house multiple times, and I'm still here.
This is still the funniest way to present this image, though.
That's true.
It's just that it's outside of Five Guys, and it says, and then there were 4. Like, I don't know. I like the sigh in it. Just like we've lost one of the guys.
I think this image makes a lot of assumptions. Because here's the thing, the 5 guys, they don't have time.
They're not there.
They're not there.
Yeah.
Right.
They're probably at the headquarters.
Probably.
Actually,
yeah.
they're probably not that involved with the business.
They're
anymore.
probably not even with each other. They're all over the world in different places.
They probably all got married and had kids.
Yeah. They probably don't even get along.
No.
5 guys running a burger place. There's no way they're still friends.
Yeah, no shot. One less mouth to feed. That's what I say every time someone dies.
It's funny, you know how like overpopulation is like a big
concern.
Big concern.
I'm a little over the population. You know what I mean?
You heard that.
It's what you can never complain about overpopulation because you're a hypocrite every time you complain about it.
Right, because you don't want your friends and family to die.
Or yourself.
Or yourself.
Yeah.
It's like
well.
you are upset about overpopulation.
It's like, start doing your part. To me, this is like, I'd give it an A.
That feels about right.
Does seeing an ambulance outside of a fast food restaurant make you
Wanna
more
go.
or less hungry?
More.
Same.
Less.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, whatever they got in there, so good.
It's killing people.
It's killing people. I give this a D.
Next tweet.
So the first tweet comes from Travis Scott, who says, I'm hungry as fuck. And then somebody responds, for what? Poop, LOL.
This one's an S.
No.
Dude, I like this is it reminds me a little bit of the horse one.
Yeah, it's quick. And someone's hungry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see the similarities there.
Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck for poop.
This Carter was high.
It's so good because it's
The spacing too.
you're trying to like be mean to it, but it's just like he just tweeted I'm hungry as fuck. Like old school Facebook status type of tweet. Just I'm hungry as fuck. And he just is like, haha, loser. Like for what? Poop?
What are you gonna eat some poop?
Well, I don't think this is. I'm not interpreting this as a hostile attack from Carter
No.
onto Travis. I think this is a legitimate question.
Oh.
What,
Like you
I'm
think
hungry
Carter's
as
got a
fuck.
bunch of poop?
I think Carter is curious as to what Travis Scott is hungry for.
And then picked the
And then
fun
the
name.
rest, the rest of it is. I think the poop part is a joke, but I think him saying for what, that's a legitimate question.
For what?
This tweet is both sincere and a joke at the same time. The
hilarious.
first part, he sincerely wants to know what Travis Scott is hungry for, and the second part, he's like, poop, LOL. But no, really, what are you hungry for?
You know there's over 3 pounds of poop inside you right now?
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Well, hey, are you hungry? Can we look that up? How many pounds of poop?
One product claims that we can have anywhere between 6 to 40 pounds of waste, feces, and undigested food stuck in our body.
I'm sorry, did you say 40 pounds?
6 to 40.
You could have up to 40. The colon can hold 20 to 25 pounds of fecal matter.
Yeah.
Maybe Carter's got 40 pounds of poop and he's just looking for a way to pawn it off onto Travis Scott.
I like it for an S, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an S.
All
All
right.
right. Now we got Dr. Roberta Bobby. I met my husband on r/cigarettes in 2011. We were making fun of everyone there. Among the first to do so. We moved to MSN and I hacked his account. He loved a freaky hacker chick. I went to visit him in the sexy part of Canada in 2012. He fucked on this freaky hacker chick body.
There are so many things about this that I love. She's a doctor, first of all.
Yeah.
What's the sexy part of Canada?
What's the context of this? Is this a real doctor?
Yeah.
That must be. I
you
mean,
have to
she
believe it.
said that she's a doctor on Twitter, so.
Okay. Why would you join r/cigarettes to make fun of the people there?
I mean, this sounds like something you would do.
Well, why does that sound like something I would do?
I don't think.
I wouldn't go in there to make fun of people, but I would go in there to, I don't even, what the fuck do you do on r/cigarettes?
Talk about your
The
favorite
whole
smokes.
the whole point of cigarettes is to get you outside. That's why I wish I smoked cigarettes, because it can get you outside into
communal.
circles of other.
Like-minded folks.
You can find r/cigarettes outside of any bar or venue.
Party. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start by smoking cigarettes outside, but like a 50 to 60-year-old they're
in
smoking
bed,
them
naked.
inside.
Also, among the first to do so.
I think they were among the first to start making fun of people on r/cigarettes.
This is sad, because I bet r/cigarettes is just a supportive, kind place. And yes, you were the first to do so, because nobody else would have the hostile spirit to invade the peaceful
Utopia.
utopia of r/cigarettes. So maybe these two flames of evil and chaos were truly meant for each other.
Yeah, and then it does switch gears.
Okay, we moved to MSN. What is that?
And I hacked his account.
MSN is like an old email thing, right?
Okay, so they met on r/cigarettes, and then they DM'd each other and was like, here's my MSN. And then they started chatting on MSN, and Dr. Roberta was like, hey, I bet I could hack into your account. And he's like, nuh-uh. And then so she hacked into his account, and he loved that because he loves a freaky hacker chick.
Yes.
And then he went to visit him in the sexy part of Canada in 2012.
And then he fucked on her freaky hacker chick body.
Fucked on.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Let me fuck on
Let me
that.
fuck on that.
I like anything where two people are
In love.
In love.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Canada?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've
I don't know
been
if
to-
I've been to the sexy part, but
I
I've been.
have.
Oh, really? Where is it?
Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Grant, what's the top post on r/cigarettes?
$20, it's a cigarette.
I would take you up on that bet. What if it's this tweet? That's what I want to know.
I'm not seeing a r/cigarettes. I'm seeing cigarettes after sex.
It's also an old tweet. Maybe it's long and dead.
Maybe r/cigarettes got banned
I
for...
see r/cigarette.
You know what? I'm starting to believe that this is all fake.
Yeah, could
Yeah,
be.
could easily be.
Anyone ever tried Rothman's Red? What's your opinion about that?
I give this a D.
All right, this tweet comes from Ian and says, finally paid off my vodka cran from last month. God is good. And it is a picture of the payment plan. They financed a cocktail.
Fucking cocktails are expensive.
They really are these days. And like they have the new like Apple Pay Later. Anything you can pay with no interest over like 4 weeks.
Wait,
essentially.
you can do that with anything?
Yeah.
What happens if you don't pay? Who gets who?
They collect
They get
more.
you.
They keep getting you.
I'm sure the program has like an insane interest rate. So if you get outside of the 4-week thing, it's like 60% every week, just topples on, and you just accumulate debt and you get stuck kind of in the shackles of capitalism and that forward momentum or motivation, you know, that has been sold to all of us for so long, like no longer really exists. And then you're just stuck subservient as like the proletariat and the lower class and no healthcare. Drunk.
Are you okay?
No, I want a revolution.
Are you prepared to
Fight, yeah.
fight in the
Oh, yeah.
revolution?
Pipe bombs. I got him. I love this tweet though. It's funny.
It's kind of sad, is it not?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It is sad, but you have to laugh at
The sadness.
yeah.
I like to imagine, I know this could be someone who cannot afford their drink and is helpless, but I also think this could be somebody who saw the ability
Yeah.
to finance a cocktail and thought in advance how funny it would be to post this exact thing in a month and did it anyway, despite having the funds.
I think we should be concerned about anybody who's drinking at the KGB bar.
Oh. And Red Room.
Red Room's where you kill people. Red's the Communist Party. KGB, the secret police.
I was gonna say, yeah, Red Room. You're probably familiar with Red Rooms, right? You like watching people die on the internet. You said that earlier.
I did. I
You
did
say all that.
Oh.
I feel like this is an A. This is funny to me.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm gonna give it a B, probably.
I'll concede.
All right.
Anyone know why Spider-Man's suit is so tight? Is he a slut? So, there's a Spider-Man comic. Do you guys familiar with this? There's a Spider-Man comic where Spider-Man, and you can look this up, Grant. He jizzes inside of Mary Jane.
A cream pie.
He cream pies Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And as a result, Spider-Man's radioactive jizz over time gives Mary Jane cancer and she dies.
Really?
Yes. This is, you can look it up. This is, can you tell me what the name of this comic is? It'll come up. It'll come up. And look, killing someone with your jizz, I think that could be considered slutty.
Romantic, even.
Wait, what? I have a question just like logistically about the jizz.
Yeah.
Is it the same stuff like when he does like when he does that?
Is that the same as?
Is it the same as when it like is it the same?
I've always thought this was jizz. Even when I was even before I knew what jizz was, when I was in 6th grade, I'm like, why is this guy
shooting white stuff out of his wrist?
Shooting jizz. I used to have one of those jizzers.
Me too. The
jizzers, yeah.
The thing you put on it, where you shoot jizz out of it. Yeah.
I was coming before I could come with the Spider-Man jizz gun.
Yeah, I would come on everybody at the playground. I'd come on my parents and shit like that. You know, whatever. Just any.
Did we find the name of the comic?
Peter Parker Earth-70237.
Oh, it takes place in the future, right? It takes place in the future, right?
Yeah. Many years in the future, Peter Parker is now an old man, has retired from being Spider-Man and works at a flower shop.
Aww.
Jane Watson has died from exposure to radioactivity due to Peter's radioactive semen.
You're right.
So actually, this is you guys want to hear something fucking annoying?
Yeah.
In like high school or middle school or something, I had a bet with my friend where I said there's a comic that exists where Spider-Man kills Mary Jane with his jizz, and we had a bet. And then I showed him this comic, and he said that I did not win the bet because he had this weird technicality. Because he said he didn't kill her with the jizz, the cancer killed her.
That's actually a good point.
Right. It's kind of like a guns kill people, people kill people situation.
We argued about this heavily. He imagined that like he jizzed into her and she died instantly.
That's a fair. I see where he's coming from.
But he did ultimately kill her with his radioactive jizz.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So he owes me
money.
A lot of money.
I'll give the caveat here that I don't think because Spider-Man's suit is tight that he is a slut. I think because of the new information I've received from the Gecko here.
I mean, he's out shooting jizz everywhere.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess he was a slut for other reasons, but he can wear whatever he wants, especially when he's working out at the gym.
Oh, no shame. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that Spider-Man's a slut, but I'm saying out of all the superheroes, he's pretty slutty.
I feel that.
S.
I don't, as a tweet itself, I think it's like a D. I just think it started a good conversation.
Yeah.
But as a tweet itself, like if I saw that, I'd scroll right past it.
I'd also give it a D.
Okay, D it is.
This one comes from Joe Burrow, star NFL quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. This is prior to his career in 2013 when I believe he was in high school.
Yeah.
He tweeted, LOL, homecoming sucks. Don't even want to go to homecoming.
This is awesome.
2 different tweets. Homecoming was on his mind and he was insecure about it.
Yes.
You could tell he probably didn't have a date.
Yeah, maybe.
He's a good looking guy though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
and he definitely played football in high school. To me, this is the classic, like, cool guy trying to shoot down, like, what everyone else is doing. Like, he's literally too cool for school.
The way that the tweets are stacked on top of each other makes it seem different, because the one on the bottom he tweeted first. So it reads bottom to top.
Oh, you're right.
So you could interpret it like, you could interpret it positively. He initially didn't want to go to homecoming. Mm-hmm. He tweeted that. And then 8 days later, he was like, you know what? I'll go. He goes. And he was right. It sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's probably a better interpretation.
So he probably tweeted that from homecoming.
From the dance floor. While like 9 people were grinding on it.
They're all dancing around him. He's like, oh, well, homecoming sucks.
Wait, so who is this guy?
Joe Burrow. He was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. He's the quarterback for the Bengals. Very, very good. He won a national championship at LSU.
Oh, okay.
And he smoked a cigar after he won.
Sexy.
He's like very good looking and well liked. People really like him.
He's a very serious guy. It's Joey football.
Okay, I can see why he didn't like Homecoming.
Yeah, too much
Fun and dancing and
streamers,
not
and
enough
lights.
football.
Yeah, not enough
Yeah,
practice.
they don't let you play football at the dance.
No.
Believe me, I tried.
I also give this a D.
Yeah, I give it like a C. Like it's a funny moment because it's Joe Burrow, but
These are like my favorite kind of tweets when you have someone famous prior to their fame. Anything captured from that era is just hilarious. To me.
there's the context makes it funny. The
Yeah.
tweets themselves are not funny.
Not funny. Yeah.
yeah.
You gave it a D. You gave it a C. I'll go a DC.
Cool. This one from Howling Mutant. Putting a vibrator in my fleshlight, sitting back with a cigar, and just enjoying the show.
Joe Burrow style.
Putting a vibrator in the fleshlight. So this is watching two sex toys replicate sex.
Kinda.
Is this to imply that he's masturbating while watching this?
No, I
No,
think
I
it's like a hands-free event. Because like usually you would be putting the fleshlight on your human vibrator, or you'd be putting the vibrator in your human fleshlight. And this just kind of lets it all happen in front of you. You can just kind of watch.
And I think by saying sitting back with a cigar and just enjoying the show, it is not about
Right. You don't really smoke a cigar and jack off.
no, it's
No.
dangerous.
No, because you can confuse the two as well.
Right. You
can
can
start
burn. You use your
accidentally-
fucking burn off your chest hair.
or you take a puff out of your own.
You're on
cock,
your own cock, yeah.
You know.
Bro, what if puffing your cock got you super high?
I'd be
That's probably
sucking
what this
cock
guy
every
did,
day.
dude. This guy probably puffed his own cock and was like, bro, I'm gonna fucking put a vibrator in my fleshlight. A.
I like this
Yeah.
one too.
It's very visual. I like it. I'll give it an A.
I'll go A as well. This one comes from Zach Dunn. It says, new James Bond movie. James, if you can't overcome your generational trauma, you'll never discover what it means to truly sacrifice. Old James Bond movie. My name is Rebecca Ass.
Are you guys big James Bond guys?
No.
I don't know. I don't really.
I don't know this at all. I don't
Know this
know.
at
I haven't
all.
seen old versus new. I've seen one James Bond movie. It was the Daniel Craig one.
I'll break it down to you guys. Old James Bond movie. James is the suave secret agent, and every movie, outside of him trying to take down the bad guy and his squadron of baddies, there is always a love interest. She's always very beautiful, often very younger than James. Character development, nada. And her name is usually something like Foxy Tits or like Big Thunder Thighs or something like that.
All the girl. Anytime do remember this. Anytime James Bond has sex with someone, they die. Right.
Not necessarily. It is not a kiss of death
I
scenario.
think you're thinking of It
Okay.
Follows.
Yeah.
It's a different movie.
Oh, okay.
But in the modern movies with Daniel Craig, they've, made the female characters more complex, have greater dialogue, and their names have dropped just like the aesthetic, sexy names.
Because when the famous name is Pussy Galore.
Yeah.
Is that a
the
real one?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the ones. I know that.
I know that one thing.
And so in the new ones, it's about James's character and more of a healthy relationship between male and females. And in the old ones, it was just like, hey, James, my name's Rebecca Ass.
James Bond doesn't solve mysteries, does he?
No, not really.
What's he fucking do?
He puts a stop to evil. What do you mean? It's like some bad guy with a monocle is trying to buy a nuclear warhead from the communists, and he has to go in and shoot everyone and get laid and drink. He's a big time alcoholic.
He drinks a lot of scotch.
Yeah.
okay.
Martini.
Oh,
shaken.
my bad. Sorry. I don't know. I haven't seen the movies. I just was like thinking that could be right.
Yeah. Martini
what is
shaken.
what
not
is
stirred.
Pussy Galore drink?
I have no idea.
Cosmos or
Okay.
something?
Yeah.
It seemed like you were on the James Bond Wikia just looking at the Pussy Galore.
No, I just
Page.
see the name on Twitter. I've seen the name talked about on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I was like, "There's no way that's real." And then now I know that it is.
Who plays Pussy Galore?
Played by Honor Blackman.
Her name is Honor.
Yeah.
That honestly, sexier name than Pussy Galore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honor Blackman.
I give this a B because Rebecca Ass is funny.
Yeah.
It's a clunky name. It's like an
Yeah.
extra clunky name.
Yeah.
It's like a C to me because it's about something that I don't know much about.
I give this one an A. I think it's hilarious.
What the hell?
So this
I
is a
love
beautiful selfie shared by Henry, and it reads, I'll always be me,
I love
myself,
this.
and high.
This is an S tier for me.
It's a play on me, myself, and I.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm trying to understand the.
Beauty?
Yeah, like this is tough for me to look at.
Oh,
Why is
I
it
love
tough?
it.
Why is it tough for you to look at?
Because I can't
perfection.
I can't compete with this, man.
Yeah.
You know, like there are people out there looking like this with this glow and these perfect eyes, and I gotta stumble out the door with me with mustard on my shirt. and-
Old brown paper bag looking face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
He's not only, very physically attractive man, but his confidence is incredible.
Yeah, it's exuding.
And you listen, working at Starbucks probably sucks.
Probably, yeah.
Probably not a fun job. People are always yelling at you for getting their shit wrong, and it's got to be a nightmare.
But you
gig.
get to work for like the coolest brand of all time, like the best one.
Or are you guys sponsored by fucking Starbucks?
No.
By the way, I hate Starbucks coffee.
Oh, I get it every day. I have one right. Look at this. I have this right here. I get it every day, and I'm just a big fan.
I don't know why it genuinely bothers me that people bought, because like they have those cake pops, right?
Oh yeah,
Pretty
and
good.
they're like $4 fucking
Worth it.
for the little. And the only reason they sell cake pops for $4 is because people buy them. I buy them all the time. I love them, but. What I like is this, again, working at Starbucks must be really tough. And yet, this man, in the face of all that adversity, declares confidently he will always be he himself and high. It doesn't matter where this guy is. It doesn't matter what his job is. It doesn't matter what's going on in his life. He's a glowing example of the Stoic principle that as long as your mind is a well-tended-to garden, your external circumstances are irrelevant. And for that, I give this an S tier. I love this man.
I'm convinced that was a fucking speech.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Big eyebrows. I'm just noticing. Look how bushy.
Awesome. Yeah.
Is this an Instagram filter?
No, that's real.
That's
raw.
all real. That's real raw.
I go S as well.
Yeah, S for Henry. This one comes from Bonnie Elephant. I am going to have sex tonight. Rick's CEO.eth responds, alone or with somebody? And she says, I don't accept criticism or roasts from people who invest in cryptocurrency.
Well, it's not really a roast.
Oh, it's not at all. It's not a roast or a criticism.
No.
She has perceived something as aggressive that was not, and fired back based on the one thing she could take him down for.
Well, I think he's flirting with her.
I believe so as well.
Is that flirting? If someone's like, I'm getting laid tonight, and they're like, with who? Is that flirting?
But that's this guy's version of it.
I think so. I think it's not good riz, as the kids would say, but...
In his mind, he hopes she'll go
with you.
Well, she'll go alone, and he'll be like, "Well, a fine young lady like you shouldn't be having sex alone." And then Rick steps in, and he's like, "What about me, Rick, CEO.eth?"
Yeah, but that's more something you do with dinner. It's like, I'm going to dinner tonight, like alone or with somebody, and they go alone. You go, well, let me join you. Would you like some company? Sex is like, you don't just say like,
It's hard to do sex.
Well, Bonnie just did.
Right.
Say, I am going to have sex tonight. And so she's out there.
Yeah.
And so Rick is like, well, if I want to, flirt with you, I got to get out to your level as well.
Right.
And so that's why this is a conversation between two people they're in a different realm than we are.
Yeah.
They're on a higher step of consciousness.
It's Bonnie's use of caps for me that makes this funny. Sex and cryptocurrency being in caps in the same thread of tweets. Awesome.
Do you guys invest in cryptocurrency?
No.
No, I did.
Did you lose a lot of money?
No, I rode the Dogecoin boom for a couple GGs.
I was very against it, but also too lazy to really think about it.
Give it a C for crypto?
Sure, C for crypto.
C for crypto. This one comes from Nick, who is talking about pitchfork.com. Do you know, you're familiar with Pitchfork?
Pitchfork, King Pussy Eater, revolutionizes our perception of bodies and spaces with his hit single Goop on Ya Grinch, 7.5. I know Pitchfork reviews music.
Yes.
I feel like I don't know a lot about music really, but I feel like I know enough to understand this tweet.
So the idea is that this is not a real artist. King Pussy Eater is a fictional gumbo of what Pitchfork would be celebrating in recent years.
By the way, there's definitely somebody rapping online going by King Pussy Eater.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But in this person's world, they are not referencing an artist with notoriety.
No,
They're using an archetype that Pitchfork would champion. Kind of playing on Pitchfork being snobby, but also always talking eloquently and building up these kind of like raunchy things to be deep in some way,
I love it.
Oh yeah, Goop on Ya Grinch by King Pussy Eater, and Pitchfork would write it this way.
It makes me sad that this isn't a real song.
I have one real problem with this tweet though.
Yeah.
Pitchfork doesn't give scores to singles.
So
at 7.6, they only give scores to albums. And so it's not a real, I think they would have been, if they're doing parody, if they're doing satire, it's gotta be the album.
This is my first F.
Yeah, see, it takes it all the way down.
Yeah,
I like
ruined it.
I like what you were going for, but you don't give scores to singles.
F it.
F it out.
Reservations are so embarrassing. Like, hi, I'm here for my spaghetti appointment.
That's cute. I like that.
See, I like this
it's
one.
cute.
This one's
Yeah.
funny.
It's borderline like kitschy Tumblr post sort
Yeah.
of thing, but it's nice. It's a good little joke.
Yeah, I never think of a reservation being embarrassing, but when you put it like an appointment for spaghetti,
Yeah, it's like going to the doctor's office and saying I'm here for my reservation for one.
hey, I got a 7:05 with Dr. Finch.
Have you guys ever eat dinner alone?
Oh, yeah, I
Ever
love
go to
eating
a
alone.
restaurant by
Yeah.
yourself?
No, I can't do that.
I love eating alone.
When you eat alone, do you put like a YouTube video on or just
No,
you?
I usually sit at the bar and I try and talk to the bartender, and if they're too busy, I'll make friends with her around me. Or I'll read an article on my phone. I'll read some BBC.
Okay.
Me, I have too much social anxiety to go anywhere alone. I hate
Really, you
doing
don't
that.
do like solo stuff.
I can't. I really can't do it. No. I like being alone, but in a place like here, like or at my house, and I like watching stuff, eating alone. All those things are fine, but in public, it's like I get a sensory overload where I feel like people are looking at me, or like I have to interact with people, but I don't know. I just get uncomfortable.
I like this tweet.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see. I give it an A.
Yeah, I give it an A as well. I
I'll
like
ride
it.
an A. I like it. And now we're kind of finally on the same page, it feels like.
Yeah, we finally got one where we all said A.
All right, this is a long one. It's a thread. It comes from Slop Rules. Can't wait to gamble today. Literally shaking. That's called dedication. And Nick Witt, 2437, responds and says, that's called addiction. Slop Rules responds, buddy, I've been gambling every day for 20 plus years. It's all I think about, and I still haven't gotten addicted. So doubt it's happening.
That's funny.
Yeah, this is great because he's describing addiction.
Somebody who called me on my show once and was like, "Hey, here's the thing: is I've been gambling a lot, but I'm winning."
Right.
So
right.
does that count as an addiction? The answer
Is yes.
I don't know. I don't know. What
But
it count?
that's like saying, oh my God, I've been drinking every day for 2 months, but every night's been like a great night. You're addicted to the substance. You're addicted to the winning.
No,
You're-
but who's to say? I mean, I think the devil's advocate thing here would be: is he addicted to gambling or is he addicted to winning? Because
Ooh.
then if the winning goes away, maybe he'll stop gambling because
Maybe.
he's not winning.
I think an addiction is, and this is, I hate talking about things where like there are real doctors that have actual like answers to these questions. But wouldn't an addiction be when something has gotten to a point where it negatively affects your life?
and then you persevere or you keep going.
Yeah. So like, look, if you have an addiction that gives you lots of money,
Yeah,
it
you can
sounds
still
like
be
it sounds
addicted to it.
positive.
It does
Well-
not have to negatively affect your life.
Because I'm going to say like, okay, say cigarettes.
Yeah.
A young person can smoke cigarettes for 10 years and not see any bad things.
Right.
But it's a bad thing to do because then 20 years down the line, you might have a heart attack or get lung cancer.
On the flip side, you can be like addicted to working out. You can be addicted to things that are good for you, but you do them to an unhealthy manner where it starts to take away from your social life or consumes your brain. Like addiction to me is like if that's all you think about and you have to do it to then like feel whatever that is. And then there's the space between that. And then everything is like leading up to the next time you do it.
Life's too hard to not get addicted to stuff.
No, we're all addicts to our own
something.
degree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, not having, my sugar. I could probably go without weed and stuff, but
Yeah.
I understand. I understand John, and you know what? I believe him that he's not addicted. So I don't even understand what's so funny about this
Nothing's funny about it.
tweet, and I give it a D.
I'd give it an A. I understand what's funny about it, and I don't believe John. But that's okay. I think that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
And it's all right to be, everybody's addicted to shit. It's okay to be addicted. I'm not judging him for being addicted. I'm
And
saying I
it's-
think he is.
And it's just funny that it's like the classic, I can stop whenever I want.
Yeah, he's in denial.
By the way, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about ever, so.
That's not true, buddy.
No, that's not true.
I'm going A on it as well.
Guest rapper on Gorilla's song. I've been in N's since 10, kicking product around the bend. My mom died of tuberculosis. I'm slipping into psychosis. Damon Albarn on the chorus. Ooh, flimsy Steve, where did you go? What have you seen?
This one's hilarious.
Yeah, this is really good.
I don't understand this at all.
You still set it up great.
Yeah, you did.
You
You
set
did a
it up
good job.
great. So
All right, good.
Yeah, Gorilla's songs often have a lot of guest features on them. A lot of them are rappers, and Damon Albarn will sing something kind of random, I guess.
Whimsical?
Yeah, whimsical in a way. And then the rapping is always like, you know, Del the Funky Homo Sapien doing some just like, like really like technical lyrical rap.
Yeah,
You know?
I love Flimsy Steve.
Flimsy Steve.
It's cool that I don't understand what is going on here, but it has but 128,000 people do.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The gorillas are huge.
what makes me happy because I'm like, oh, there's lots of things in life to continue to learn about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it makes me optimistic for the future.
Well, that's more than any other tweet can say for itself.
I'm gonna give this an A.
I'll give it an A. I think it's great.
I give this an A too. This next one from Joe Diggity. Through chopstick walrus tusks. Divorce? That's good.
The setup of this is such a great moment of like, you can imagine a goofy guy doing something at dinner with his wife.
Yeah.
he's putting the chopstick in there and being like, ugh. And then she says that she would like a divorce. And he's like, divorce?
Yeah. I love that they're able to set up a whole scene through. This is like
2 lines.
Five words.
Five
words. That's
And only
smart.
one word spoken.
Yeah, the rest is stage direction.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I give this an S.
Yeah, this is an S.
I give it an S too. I like this.
It's really brilliant. Thank you, Joe Diggity.
Thank you, Joe Diggity. Okay, this one, the original tweet actually comes from a mutual of mine, Jedwill, who's very funny on Twitter, but in this instance, the response is the funny thing.
This is very funny.
My life a movie. People often say that. And then the response is 15 movies with no female characters whatsoever. An article.
That's
Yeah.
that's a great roast.
It's perfect, actually.
Yeah.
It's the best response to this
Yeah.
that you can get.
This is one of your friends.
Like an internet mutual sort of thing.
An associate.
Never met Jedwill in real life, but
Yeah.
shout out to Jedwill. Very funny Twitter.
People are so fucking good at roasting each other and
Oh,
shit.
that's the thing. I can't even partake.
Me neither. I'm like, I'm gonna get.
The second I
fucked if
stick my
go
head
on.
out, it's gonna get chopped off.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's true. You love roasting.
I love roasting, but I'll
You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
well, no, like I'll start to take it, but then I'm gonna make it like too personal. And that's
I
like
can see
that's
that.
the ultimate roast is when someone roasts you and then you're like, listen, motherfucker, I looked up your past and like you're a little piece of shit. And then everybody's gonna be like, wow, you took that too far. It's just the internet.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, fuck you guys for fucking starting it. This all fucking sucks. And then
Right.
I'll burn my whole life down.
Yeah, no, I can see that in you. You
I
have a
can see
streak.
that in you. I can see you pop off. in
Yeah,
some way.
but I can do that in person, and like it's funny because you can talk
make-
your way around.
What
it.
makes you mad? Is there a thing about you in particular that you are sensitive about?
I don't know, Riley. You're probably better.
I was gonna say
answer this.
I feel like I know him pretty well. I feel like the thing that usually gets him, he's kind of like the social showrunner in a certain way, and I feel like you do not like when somebody else tries to take the reins of a situation and like run that show. So like if you plan out a night and you really want to go to one specific place,
Yeah.
even if it's like your 3 of your best friends who are all along for that ride are like, what, we should go to this place instead. It will like deeply upset you.
no, it's
You're,
that doesn't.
you're like the alpha of the group.
That doesn't make me mad. I just have anxiety when I lose control.
Yes,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? It's more of
Yeah.
that's more of like an anxiety thing because I'll have something planned out in my mind. It's like if I plan a meal to cook for friends and someone is like, "Well, I'll bring potato casserole," and I'm like, "Well, we're not having potato casserole with fucking whitefish and a kale salad that I've already prepared." You know, it throws like a whole wrench in my brain.
Man, I'm trying to come to one of these dinners. This sounds good.
I'll cook you up.
Let's do it. You'll cook me up?
Yeah, I'll cook you up.
You ever eaten
Gecko skewer?
Oh my gosh.
I've eaten a lizard.
What's what lizard?
Alligator.
I've had alligator.
It's very
before.
good.
I've never had
It's
alligator.
fine. It's good. It's not good enough to warrant killing an alligator.
Oh, fucking
I
alligator.
eat a chicken and I'm like, kill all of them.
That's good as fuck.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
But the alligator bites are not good. Let the alligators live.
They're kind of invasive though. We can kill a lot of them.
Yeah.
S.
S,
Okay,
absolutely.
I'll give it an S, yeah.
All right.
This one comes from me. I tweeted this one. This flight's about to be a movie, and then it's a picture of the A24 gate at the Detroit Metro Airport.
Now, you're not allowed to give this a rating, are you?
No.
No.
You
I'm
shouldn't
not.
even be allowed to be here for this one.
Do you guys want me to? No, I'll stay here. But
No, I like this. I like this tweet.
Do you?
I do.
Now explain to him why it's bad.
It's Riley's got this thing on Twitter where he's like intentionally cringe. Like people will be like, "Oh, hopping on a jet." Like this is kind of like people will say this flight or this vacation's about to be a movie.
Yeah.
Riley's saying that, but it's just like a direct pun. He's just saying it because he's at the A24 gate.
I have to say this. So many things that I think people say ironically. Have you ever heard anybody sincerely say that something is like a movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, plenty.
yeah.
Yeah.
People are
Yes.
like, dude, this night's about to be a movie. Or you're at the show and they're like, tonight's a
Because
fucking movie.
that phrase as like an ironic thing, well, I feel like became way more popular than that phrase as a sincere thing.
Correct.
Correct.
Because when it becomes popular as an ironic thing, slowly it starts becoming it ends sincere.
the lines get blurred.
Yeah, the lines start to get blurred.
I did this fully, like, I always say I try to have the worst Twitter. I'm trying to have the worst Twitter of all time. I tweet stuff that is, like, supposed to be a dumb joke.
So if I gave this an F, that would make you happy.
Yes.
I gave it an F.
I'll go F with you too.
It's awesome.
Not to make them happy though, because I hate it.
Oh, that's fine. It still makes me happy.
This coming in from Dolphin Dom. Fun fact, blueberries are the only fruit named after a color. Rena Sowayena responded, star fruit? Dolphin Dom says, so close. That is a shape.
I love this. This is nice.
I like that the first statement is clearly untrue. Orange.
Orange. What the fuck is that?
It's a fruit. It's like a round.
Oh, it's true.
Do you not know what an orange is?
Orange.
Orange? You never had an orange? A slice of orange?
Talking about Syracuse's mascot?
You know the University of Syracuse. You know
They're the orange. Yeah, I get that. I don't.
the fruit though. You've never had a slice of orange. You never had orange juice.
What?
Oh my god!
I didn't know.
What?
I guess I didn't know it was a fruit.
Well,
I don't
actually,
think
it
it's that
still
big a deal.
could be true because
Star can't be a color. Don't try and convince me of that.
no, now the stars could be a color, but like blueberries. Hold on, I'm gonna try to
Oh, I see what you're saying.
blueberries.
It's not orange fruit.
It's
just
not
an
orange fruit. It's just it is
the color.
orange.
Yeah, it is the embodiment of the color.
It is orange, so it's
They are
not
blueberries.
It's not named after anything. It just is
that.
itself.
Yeah.
So which came first, the fruit or the color? Because like it could be like orange is called that because of an
Yes, the color. The color is named after the fruit.
Yeah, they're like this orange, and then somebody was like color or fruit, and he's like both. It's both of them, but let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
The blueberry. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, so that thing's a berry, but it's blue, and they're
Yeah.
like this blueberry.
Yeah.
I like Dolphin Dom because also you can see it says May 22nd, 2020, but then the responses say like 21 hours, which means that like it was some time
Yeah.
after
Yes.
this was tweeted that Rena responded to it, and Dolphin Dom
It's quick.
like how quick.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, so close,
So close,
That's a
that's a
shape.
shape.
With hearts, though.
With
you know?
heart, yeah, I like this, but Twitter should be more like would love more of Twitter to be like this, but
Yeah.
it's
an A for me.
yeah, this is an A for me as well.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Fall Out Boy fans, this song changed my life forever. Fall Out Boy song title: You're like a Mexican magician the way you counted uno dos and then disappeared without a trace.
This is another one like the Gorillaz one where, you might not understand, but Fall Out
I
Boy.
understand the idea.
But you know what? Fall Out Boy song titles have a specific way.
They're like a sentence.
It'll be like, of all the gin joints in the world, or I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy and all I got was this lousy song named after me.
Yeah.
Like that's like the real names of Fall Out Boy songs.
Look, I know that we're making fun of this song title, but that's clever.
It is.
It is.
Oh no,
trace.
that's what I like the most about this one is like, you could have just said a long nonsense thing, but this actually has a great joke within it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and
know?
at first you're like, what's that got to do with a Mexican magician? And then you're like, oh no, Dos disappeared without a trace.
Yeah, without a trace.
Free fire. But this is just clever. It's not very funny to me.
See, but clever goes a long way for me.
Yeah.
That's a big part of funny for me.
Yeah.
And so I love it. I would give it an S. I think this is fantastic. And I used to be a huge Fall Out Boy fan growing up, so.
You know the phrase, I love singing songs in front of people because you sing a song to 1,000 people and they sing it back to you for 1,000 different reasons. You know what I'm talking? You
It's
ever heard
beautiful.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of there's something about that. Maybe somebody in there like is a Mexican magician,
Yeah.
and they're like, I identify with this song.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
yeah.
beautiful.
I never thought about it that
It's
way.
really beautiful, Lyle.
Hell yeah!
I give it a C. You gave it an S.
I gave it an S.
I'll give. Oh fuck, you an S?
Yeah, this is like my
Don't give this an S.
No, this is like my bread and butter. I love clever little wordplay stuff. That's my thing.
What'd you give it?
A C.
I'll give it that too.
Food, $200. Data, $150. Rent, $800. Candles, $3,600. Utility, $150. Someone who is good at the economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. And the first response by Craig says, spend less on candles, and went with a quick no.
Well, if your family is dead, you're gonna need a lot of candles for the vigils.
Honestly, I didn't think about that
That's
going
true,
into this,
yeah.
and that makes a lot of fucking sense.
That doesn't seem like what I would cut first. I'd do something with the data.
What
maybe,
the fuck is data?
like data for your phone, or like for you ever go over your minutes on your phone? You have to pay for extra minutes. You get that message on your phone, and it's like, you've exceeded your data for the month. Type in your credit card information to continue speaking, and then I type it in, and then I pay.
I forgot. I won unlimited data for life at a basketball game.
Is that true?
Yeah, I shot a half-court shot. And I
Dude,
get
fuck you.
unlimited
That's
data
not
for
you.
life.
You-
Yes, it is.
Is that
Lyle.
true?
Yes.
I
And-
never know with you what's true or
and
not.
It wasn't even with a basketball. I had to shoot a bowling ball. That's what made it so hard.
Oh my god, how heavy was the bowling ball? You did like 11 or
9.5.
9.5. Oh, that's a lighter ball, but I mean,
Wait, you
still
shot a
heavier than a
half-court shot
basketball.
with
Yeah.
With a
No,
bowling ball.
your
And
lip quivered.
Verizon was sponsoring
Your
the
lip
game,
quivered.
And I got
that's
free
your
data for life.
tell.
He quivered
No,
because
I-
he's nervous because he thinks you're cute.
Yeah.
That's a lie too.
No, it's I like this one. I don't love it. I like good at the economy.
Yeah, I'd give this like a C or a D though. It's like fine.
You know, look, I'm no good at Twitter. Who am I to sit here and judge?
You're a
tweets?
gecko.
You're a gecko, and neither are we. We're like whatever. you know?
Yeah.
We're just guys.
I give it an A.
I'll give it a C too. Get outnumbered, Lyle.
Omniscient orb of antlers, renting and returning $10 a day from my local library while subtly increasing the size of my cranium with latex and makeup until they say something. That's funny. I like that. I gotta say this though. There's a genre of these kinds of tweets, and they
Yeah.
are funny.
Yes.
But they rely on something.
Yes.
They rely on something which is not true.
Yeah.
Which is the idea that anyone ever is giving a fuck about you and your life.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, have you ever seen, like, there's this tweet where it's like, I want to go into the subway and, like, fill a mayonnaise jar with marshmallow fluff and eat it and see how people
Yeah.
respond. As if anyone's ever fucking looking at you or gives a shit about...
Yeah.
The people from the library don't look up from their phone. They're not looking at this
No.
guy.
And also, like, this is not only like the mayonnaise thing. You're focusing on one moment to be noticed.
Yeah.
There's a possibility.
Right.
But this is the long con.
Sure,
This
it's
is
the
somebody who
long
has to
con, yeah.
notice you subtly, adding more and more. This is somebody who has to pay attention to you across
month.
weeks. That's not gonna happen. That's why it makes it funny in this context to me, is
Yeah.
because it wouldn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like somebody who's putting all of this effort into that
Yeah.
for nothing, really.
He'd have to time out the shifts.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have
So
to get
he
the same
gets,
person.
he gets the same person.
Yeah.
It's a hilarious, idealistic, hypothetical for this person's little.
It is, and I'm ruining it.
No.
No, you're not ruining it. This is we're explaining it.
Yeah.
We're contextualizing it. You know.
Good.
We're giving it life.
We're doing commentary.
Yes.
Yeah, this is commentary YouTube.
Yeah. Welcome.
Okay, nice.
I go
Nice.
like S for this one, honestly.
Yeah, I'll give this an A.
I will give it an A too.
Okay.
Before we do that, I have a quick idea for you.
Oh, sure.
You know, at your live show
Uh-huh.
and on your show in general, sometimes there seems to be like it can get really hype.
Yeah.
You know, like it'll be like a chaotic atmosphere,
Yeah.
people yelling from the
Sure.
crowd, like
Yeah,
something's going
everyone's-
on. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Have you ever thought about like a spin-off version that's purely the chaos called Theory Springer?
Theory Springer. I like that.
It's
yeah.
like based off therapy.
just
Gecko.
people yelling and I feel there is a Jerry Springery element to
Oh,
it
yeah.
already of people, you know.
If people yell the
revealing-
name of the person who's coming up to the stage.
Well, and people spill their tea and kind of gossip about someone they know that's not there
Yeah.
often.
yeah.
I've always wondered. I haven't. Nothing's ever come back to me. But I always wonder, like, if anyone who's shared on stage, like, experienced some kind of consequence to sharing whatever they shared.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard anything
Right.
about that. But
Yeah. You should keep it that way.
Yeah, you get the front end, you're lucky you don't get the back. It doesn't come back to you.
Mhm.
What you do just affects people's lives,
And you just keep going on.
and you just keep going. You don't have to worry about it. You know?
hopefully,
It'll catch up to you in the end, buddy. On Judgment Day. All right. All right. This one's from Youngest Thug. My Uber driver lost and farting. 0 stars for you, my boy.
Nah,
meh.
it doesn't do it for me.
No?
Not at all, actually. No, I would give this an F.
I give us an F. I think it's mean spirited.
I like the idea of a nervous Uber driver just kind of like farting. And he's like lost in a neighborhood. Like, oh no, he's turning around the block. And he's just like, and you're just in the back like, sending this tweet out.
That is one thing that it did make me think about. If you're an Uber driver, do you save all your farts for in between trip? I mean, you have to. Yeah, 'cause, like,
second
you
they
can't-
get out, you're like,
Yeah.
I get,
Wow.
I said it was mean-spirited, but I don't, it's not. I just see myself more, I identify more with the Uber driver than with the protagonist.
Same
Yeah,
here.
fair.
Same
Because
here.
I have been lost in farting.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I give it an F too.
Oh, this one's fucked up. Okay, so Jax is responding to an original Denzel Curry post and saying, "Your music used to inspire me to live. Now you make mid." And Denzel Curry quote tweets that and says, "So die."
I mean, that's harsh.
That's pretty harsh, but Denzel was a gecko.
Denzel was a gecko.
Yeah.
Denzel was a gecko. Very
yeah.
inspiring presence.
Yeah.
He didn't tell anyone to kill themselves on my show.
That's nice of him. He saves it for Twitter.
He's being logical.
Because like if you're no longer inspired to live, then I guess
He's almost calling them a liar. You know, like Jax is exaggerating.
Sure, Denzel's calling him out.
Yeah, he's saying,
Yeah.
oh, if I was really your inspiration to live and now I make mid, you should be dead.
yeah, that's a lot of pressure to put on a person. Is
Yeah.
like
Right,
you
he's not saying kill yourself. He's like, so why are you not? It's inquisitive.
Yeah, so die if I really was that great.
Yeah, you can't put me on a pedestal and then once you can't say I let you down.
Yeah.
It's like I'm making music in general. People who like it, people who don't like it, don't like it.
Yeah.
I should not be
Your inspiration.
your inspiration to live.
Yeah.
You can't hold anybody in your life to be your reason to live.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless they're like perfect or something.
Unless
No.
they're
if they're like, I don't know, if they're everything you ever wanted and they're like funny and cool and hot and like
No.
rich, then maybe.
And I still don't
Maybe.
know.
or
maybe, you can-
if
maybe.
they're a surgeon.
Yeah, see? Exactly.
Oh.
I've kind of turned on this one. I'm going B.
I'll go C on it.
You have to be nice to your friend. Don't talk shit about Denzel. He'll see this.
I'll give it a B plus.
Oh, that was nice.
All right, this comes from Wayne Rooney, who says, "Just watch some Family Guys. Peter Griffin is hilarious. Ha ha. Shapapi."
Dude, fuck this one. Family. You guys like Family?
Yeah, I
Guy?
love Family Guy.
Family Guy's like,
Family Guy's funny.
Yeah.
What is Shapoopy?
Shapoopy is from the episode where he plays for the New England Patriots. Peter Griffin does, and he sings the Shapoopy song.
they do like a whole choreographed number.
Shapoopy, dun, dun, dun. It's like a song, but he's spelling it wrong.
So the idea of this is.
He spelled Shapoopy wrong.
and he called it "Just Watched Some Family Guys."
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like it's just like it's like a funny word.
Who is this Wayne Rooney character?
Ex-Manchester United footballer.
Yeah, like a Hall of Fame talent
soccer
guy.
player in
An
America?
unbelievable player.
By the way, you know what? I bet this guy. Actually, I bet he loves Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Enough
You
to
can
tweet
tell he
about
does,
it.
I
Yeah.
can tell you. I can tell he
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
does like Family Guy.
Yeah.
So that makes me. I think this is actually done out of love.
Yeah.
This tweet.
I like this tweet. I think it would be better with a clip of Subway Surfers playing below it.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, I
Do
still
you guys-
get those too with the Family Guy clips?
Oh yeah.
everybody gets them. I think. Yeah.
Dude, I've been with like groups of folks, and I'm like, "You guys are also getting Family Guy clips?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Oh, really?
And I'm like, "Oh fuck."
My bad. I mean, just kidding, right? Hey.
I'll give it a B. It's just kind of like one of those, misspellings, funny little sounds silly.
I'll give it an A. Ew, she fucked the weed man for weed. A bitch that's fucking the text man for texts.
Basically judging someone for having sex with their drug dealer and then saying like a boyfriend is nothing but
A text man.
man.
Text man.
So you're fucking the text man for text.
text.
Like all you want is attention from a man. You know?
Yeah.
So it's equating those two things.
Which is pretty
Well,
funny.
I don't know. I like this one because I mean, all relationships are give and take of attention or of
Jizz.
They're in,
or of jizz or
they're in
of
some way
something.
transactional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, all relationship, friendships are transactional.
Yeah.
Oh, really, yeah. The idea that relationships are transactional is not crazy. Like,
No,
know.
you made us pay you a shit ton of money to get you on here today.
Yeah,
so.
I did. I made
Yeah.
you guys pay me a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Like-
a lot.
And you know what? I'm gonna use it to plant trees in.
That's
Idaho.
bullshit, Lyle. That's
What do you
bullshit.
think I'm gonna use it for?
Probably drugs, cars,
Yeah.
sick
You talk
cars.
about cars a lot. Like
Yeah, you
sick
love American muscle,
cars and
yeah.
shit.
Sure, I do
Stuff
love.
like that.
I like. I want a van that I can
Man,
make into like a Gecko-mobile.
that sounds troubling, honestly.
Hey, you know what? You're not allowed on the Gecko-mobile.
Ow.
Sorry.
Can I check it out?
Turn around. I want to hit the other arm. Well, even your relationship with your friends. It's like I'm friends with you because I like hanging out with you, and when I hang out with you, I feel.
You supply me with something.
Now you supply me with
Dopamine.
Dopamine.
Yeah.
So I I see what she said. I like this tweet. It makes
it's
a lot
heady.
of sense.
I go S here.
Yeah,
I
this
go
is
S too.
this is a classic. This is an S for sure. And it was tweeted on 10/17, so shout out to Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
This one comes from Kevin Durant. This is in 2011. Scarlett Johansson. I will drink your bathwater. ... #random.
I mean, that is awesome. Kevin Durant's like one of the best basketball players of all time.
He's still reckless tweeting to this day. On
Low key.
burners, he has like burner accounts where he
Yeah.
tweets from. He's like one of those guys who has a lot of thoughts and things to say.
Yeah.
You know, also, I think this the idea of drinking somebody's bath water,
Yeah.
I think became very popularized with Belle Delphine's
Correct.
whole thing, and this predates that.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is not even just like
It's forward thinking.
it's forward thinking.
Yeah.
He doesn't play for Portland, but he was a trailblazer in this moment.
Yes.
Wow. Very well said.
It's troublesome also though that you're just calling like a random celebrity and saying I'll drink. It's it's a little weird in my opinion.
I think at the like position he was in at this time, it's less weird to be, like just a civilian and hollering this out up to the heights of celebrity.
Was
But
he not famous in 2011?
He might have been
Yeah.
in college, but he wasn't like an A-list celebrity by any means.
And by the way, we don't know if he's talking about Scarlett Johansson because this is
Johansson.
It's spelled wrong.
could be a different. Well, we don't know if it's spelled wrong. It just could be a different.
Oh, it could be a whole different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give this a B.
I go A.
Yeah, I'll go with a B.
All right, here we got another famous athlete when they were younger.
Big Bird. What if you see Big Bird fucking Elma? That's a good tweet. What if you see Big Bird robbing an old lady? That's a good tweet. What if Big Bird did a drive? What if you see Big Bird and Barney slap boxing? What if you see Big Bird walk up to you and ask you where Sesame Street at? What if you see Big Bird juking in the club to Heartbroken? What if you see Big Bird walk to you, ask for $5 so he can buy a bag? What if you see Big Bird getting beat up by Cookie Monster for smashing Elmo? Dude, I love this. This is an S tier because it's imaginative.
This is somebody like sitting and thinking about a bunch of hypothetical Big Bird situations and letting them fly.
Yeah.
And it's not as obsessive as you would think because there's the one that was tweeted on the 7th, but this was all tweeted in the matter of like 1 hour. So this is not a guy obsessed with Big Bird. This is a guy who was having deep thoughts about Big Bird over the course of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is Jerry Jeudy.
Who is Denver Broncos wide receiver. Very talented.
One thing I really like about this one is there's a huge disparity in that there's one star tweet of all of them. A lot of them have around the same amount of likes, and then what if you see Big Bird fucking Elmo? That
1,000.
one has 1,000 retweets, and people really seem to like it.
Yep.
It's interesting that that's the most prominent one because that one I feel like is the least imaginative because you can go.
But sex sells, baby.
You can you can go on the internet and you can find lots of photos.
I appreciate
of Big
that.
Bird fucking Elmo.
I appreciate like the tie-in at the end, the callback, if you will.
Right.
Yeah, Big Bird gets beat up by Cookie Monster for smashing Elmo.
Yeah, this whole reality is, Jerry's imagination.
I don't know how many images there are on the internet of Big Bird doing a drive-by.
Oh, there.
At least 10, and now with AI, millions of possibilities because you could just type it into one of those apps.
Dude, this is all completely off topic, but AI has really solidified Rule 34.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It knows no bounds now.
Although, doesn't AI, I feel like AI has like rule, you can't generate pornographic images.
You can on some of them. It's just some of them have rules.
Which ones?
I don't know.
Which ones, Riley?
I don't know. But I know that people I have heard people in the furry and also people in the hentai enthusiast communities have been generating
insane porn.
images of AI porn. Yeah. I don't know if that's something to celebrate.
Why not? That's great for them. Your imagination's brought to life.
Yeah, it's good for them, but AI in general, the implications of all
I think
that,
it's awesome.
I want to celebrate the people who are really good at drawing that,
That's like saying, I'd rather have a car that was handmade by like the best designer in the world. It's like, yeah, sure, I guess, but it's going to cost a lot more and it's kind of impractical. We're going to get to a point in the future where it's like everything can just be generated. So the craftsmanship's out the door.
But I don't think art is necessarily the same as craftsmanship. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I'm saying like art is like, it comes from something deep within you. Craftsmanship, it's like, yeah, do I want a machine putting the seams in my pants so it's perfect? Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect the person who's really good at doing that with their hands, but art is different. That's like creativity. You don't want to generate out creativity.
Yeah, but what if the next best movie script is ChatGPT?
This is a very highbrow conversation that was generated from this tweet about Big Bird fucking Elmo.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry Jr.
And for that, I'm gonna give this an S.
S for Jerry.
S for Jerry.
Last one from John, Logical Pathos. This dog looks like my dog from my teenage years, Daisy. God, I miss Daisy. Arrow says, I miss Daisy too. Someone else chimes in and goes, it's okay, I was reincarnated into a real girl.
And that person's name is Daisy.
That person's name's Daisy. And then John says, do you remember how we used to run?
This one's awesome.
That is beautiful.
It's like the most beautiful thought. It's not going, is it really you? It's skipping all over that. Do you just if he could say anything to his dog, it would be, do you remember how we used to run? That's so poetic. Like,
that's the first thing he would say.
Yeah, it's like if his dog popped up in front of him, he'd go, do you remember how we used to run? Because that would be like an expression of love that isn't just I love you and miss you, Daisy. It's do you remember? That's
How
like a
we
memory.
used to
A
run.
memory is so much more like shows that more.
And this Daisy person, you would think they're like, trying to like fuck with John, which they are, but I think it was a win-win because Daisy got to fuck with John and John got to exist in a world where his dog is not
back as a
is
person
not in the ground.
Yeah, his heart is like on full display, which I like that. It just really, I like John after
like
this
John
like a
too.
lot.
Give it an S for John for the last one.
I also give it an S.
S for John. That was another best tweets of all time tier list. If you have some tweets you want to see show up in the next one, send them over. Other than that, we'd like to thank Therapy Gecko for joining us.
Oh, thank you guys, man. Now I don't have to join Twitter.
Yeah, no, you saw it all.
This is it.
You got your fix.
I'll come back next time, and this will be my microdose of Twitter.
Yeah.
Once every
We're like the dentist every 6 months or
every
something.
6 months. It's even 6 months.
It's a little too frequent.
Maybe a
Yeah.
little too. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
course.
no,
This
thank
was
you.
fun.
Thank you so much.
This was
you,
fun.
Gecko.
Yes.
I Gek bless you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I
Please
Gek-
no, please no.
I'll take.
Stick to the
I Gek
religious
bless.
stuff.
I'll give you the
Two?
Gek bless. You can have 2.
Can you do religious ones?
They are religious.
Oh, sure. I'll take
Oh,
it.
well, this whole project is based off faith.
Awesome. Okay, I'm in on that.
Doesn't government worship lizards too? There's something about lizards.
Don't-
worship.
Riley, don't
sorry,
get hung
I'm
up.
sorry.
Don't
I
get
was just remembering something. But anyway, everybody go check out Therapy Gecko on Twitch, TikTok, everywhere.
You can check. I have a podcast. It's called Therapy Gecko. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and I talk to random people on the phone. You should check out that podcast.
It's amazing stuff.
Other than that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, all the stuff at the beginning, and Graydon, would you like to leave these wonderful people with some advice to leave or live their lives by?
Live fast.
All right, this has been HIVEMIND TV. We love you, appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Ew, it's clammy in there.
Put it on, man. Go for it. There you are. How's it feel?
It's good.
How's it feel to be a gimmick?
Isn't it pronounced Gecko?
That's a good comeback next time somebody calls me a gimmick.
It's pronounced gecko,
Pronounced
asshole.
Gecko, asshole. And then I just jump on here, I take a shit. What if I actually did that?
Yeah.
If I actually did that, what would you guys do?
I'd call the cops, probably.
You wouldn't. I don't think you'd call the cops, but you would.
I'd beat you up.
I try to.
I don't think you'd beat me up either.
I would.
If I stood on this table and took a shit, you would beat me up.
I'd punch you while there was a turd still coming out of you to try and get you to stop, like a dog. If a dog's pooping in your house, you hit it.